Hello, let's try to continue our class on the design of embedded world. I think last time we talked about limit equilibrium. So we are going to cover this time all this point until summary. And next time we will start with some examples, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point we will discuss today. Starting with the soil structure interaction analysis. So this analysis, soil structure analysis, Eurocode is saying that if you have anchored or started flexible wall, earth pressure, structural forces, and bending moment depend largely on the stiffness and strength of both the ground and the structure. Okay, and also the ground stress state. So the stiffness of the structure is, if it is significant, then soil structure interaction like this analysis should be carried out. So if the structure is very stiff, then you cannot neglect the soil structure interaction analysis. Okay, you have to do that to determine the action distribution and using stress strain model. You do that to make sure that the safety is guaranteed. So there are a lot of advantages when you do soil structure interaction analysis over limit state equilibrium, because we did limit state equilibrium in the previous lesson, I think, but this soil structure interaction analysis offer more advantages. Okay, so it can help you to estimate the wall movement, limit equilibrium. Cannot do that. You can consider construction sequences, like construction stages. Okay, and you can also see how the force and moment distribution can contribute. Yeah, that's why the soil structure interaction analysis is interesting, and it really important you do it if the structural stiffness is high. Okay, so the problem is using only if you want to use soil structure interaction analysis, you have to use it only when detailed results are necessary and reliable output data are available. If you don't have enough good output data, you cannot do it because it will ask you a lot of detail. And also, if detailed results are not needed, maybe you don't need it. You just do the uh, limit equilibrium and that's it, to get the, if to see if the design is okay, if it is stable. Yeah. Okay. So again, we use subgrade reaction model. Subgrade reaction model. We will talk about this, okay, later. Subgrade reaction model. If you want to do soil structure interaction analysis, this is what you use typically, or you use advanced numerical method. Okay, so you have two options, and we are going to discuss all both options in this lesson. First option is subgrade reaction model, and the second option is numerical method. Okay, So both of these, for both of them, you need strength and stiffness parameter of the soil and of the structure. That's why I said before, if you need to do that, the soil structure analysis, you need a lot of input. You need a lot of details. So you need also to get accurate ground stiffness. If the ground stiffness is hard to measure, then uh, maybe you can use previous data, previous project data, because sometimes to get the ground stiffness information, you use lab tests, and we know that lab tests sometimes underestimate the true value of ground stiffness. So Eurocode is advising you sometime to use previous construction data from previous project. Because if you want, for example, to build a retaining wall, and in the neighborhood there is also existing retaining wall, that a retaining wall that has been there for maybe years, and it working well, performing very well. So it means the data used to design that retaining wall, the previous retaining wall, are good enough. Yeah, because the retaining wall, existing one, is still stable. So why not use the data from that project to design your own project? It will give you more accurate value, and it will save you time and money as well. Okay, so we say the two model, right? Subgrade reaction model and numerical model. So let's start with the subgrade reaction model. Okay, so this subgrade reaction model theory is like as linear elastic, perfectly plastic, and this is this figure actually. Okay, it is like some spring in the soil is like modeled as springs. Okay, you can see around it. Supposing this is your uh, retaining wall, embedded wall, maybe uh, sheet pile wall, or just embedded wall. And the soil, you can replace it as spring. And you know, spring has hardness, right? So how hard your spring uh, is. So we can model this subgrade reaction model is working like that. Okay. So wall and the wall, this one, the forces, the forces in the wall are derived from wall deformation. Okay. Then you do iteration to make sure that the equilibrium and compatibility within the wall is like we have a good compatibility with the wall's elastic behavior. Okay, just to make sure it is okay. And the ground has subgrade reaction coefficient K. Okay, this is like how soil react when, for example, this wall, this sheet pile wall or this wall pushes, if the wall pushes on the ground, how the ground will react. If you push and relax and release, how the ground will react. Okay, so this coefficient, subgrade reaction coefficient, uh, is representing that somehow, and its K, these coefficient are estimated from soil stiffness data. Okay, or just simply rule of thumb, but it's better to obtain it from soil stiffness. Okay, spring load capacity are defined using do you remember the